Cubs' hottest prospect, Jaxon Wiggins, hasn't pitched since June 10th. And we got a reason why now, and it sounds a lot like they're holding him back for a trade. But I'm going to give you the official explanation, or at least what's being reported. Could Alex Bregman of the Red Sox be coming to the Cubs in a trade? There's a lot of smoke here, guys, and it's worth talking about. And how about MVP? MVP did it again. Bring on the Yankees. All that on the Cubs baseball channel on this show. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Let's get ready to talk some Cubs baseball. Is this a rematch of the 1932 World Series? No, there's no Babe Ruth here. But you know what? It's worth talking about. Let's get this thing started. What do you say, everybody? Mick Gillespie, Cubs baseball channel. All right, let's get this show started. I want to start with Jaxon Wiggins. His name is coming up in a lot of Cubs trade rumors. And I think that if they get starting pitching, they're going to have to give this guy up. He's the hottest prospect right now in the organization. Now, he hasn't pitched since June 20th, and that was with AA Tennessee. Hasn't been out there since. He's not injured, but according to Marquee, the Cubs television network, it's because of a workload issue, and they're just trying to hold him back until July 19th. This includes him not pitching in the Futures game, which is awful odd to me. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment for any young player to be in that game, and he's not going to be in there. So he's already thrown more innings this year than he did last year, 60 innings, 59 and two-thirds innings last year. And basically, they just want the 23-year-old to I think just to be healthy for the trade deadline. I mean, who knows? This guy's had 3 Tommy John surgeries, but he is a up-and-comer. He looks really good. I feel like you could put him in the back of the bullpen in Chicago today, and he'd be an upgrade from, some of the other guys that you have. He could be a starter. I talked to one baseball guy, scout, who said that he feels like he could be starting in the big leagues maybe next year. And then you'd have him and Cade Horton and Justin Steele, and you look at the Cubs rotation, it'd be pretty solid down the road if he gets there. And it doesn't feel like he's going to get there. The Cubs are in trade rumors every day, all over the place. Every starting pitcher that's available, they're kicking the tires on, right? And I think they should. I mean, they're maybe 3 or 4 players away from truly contending for a World Series. And then they would even get those guys, and that's not even a guarantee because the Dodgers have a super team, an all-star team. And that's not even counting them. The Phillies are good. The Mets are good. The Padres are good. So there's a lot of competition in the NL, but the Cubs are right there with any of those teams. And they are going to try to make some moves to get that rotation better as things go on. I look for Wiggins to be in one of those trades. I think that's why they're holding back. That's just my opinion. That's not insider talk. I'm just telling you right now that when you look at the organization, he's one of the biggest chips that they have outside of Owen Casey. And if a team trades for pitching, they want pitching back, he's someone that you could really justify making a move to get, right? All right, second thing on the show today, Alex Bregman still being talked about for a potential trade to the Cubs. I mean, this is really interesting, right? This time, MLB trade deadline, big board on The Athletic. I think the second one of these they've done. Alex Bregman to the Cubs. I mean, we didn't get him. Remember, we tried to buy him in the offseason. He ended up signing with the Red Sox. He always wanted to be on the Red Sox. Made it sound like he was never really interested in the Cubs. There were experts saying, hey, he doesn't want to go there. Right-handers can't get hits there. It's not a good right-handed ballpark. Well, everything's falling apart for the Red Sox. Rafael Devers, they traded him because he was upset about the deal to get Bregman. Now they're talking about getting Bregman and moving him out, and going to cost the Cubs some money. I got a feeling that this is real. I think that if the Cubs could get Bregman, he's the type of player that you'd want to add. Not saying that I don't believe in Shaw. I think Shaw's done a good enough job. I like his defense. I know he struggled at the plate, but he's going to struggle at the plate. Got on base, did some things in the game against the Twins yesterday afternoon. But Bregman is a World Series champion. He's been clutching the big spots. You move Shaw to a bench role spot. It makes your bench better, and he can learn from Bregman, or whatever. Plus, Shaw can play second base. He can play shortstop. You can put him in a bunch of different places. I like Shaw. I don't want to move him to the minors. I would rather get rid of some of the guys on the bench, and I would love to see Bregman to the Cubs. I think that this could be real. How about this guy here, MVP? Back at it again. I don't want to sit here and tell you that when I was basically talking about Pete the way I'm talking about Owen Casey right now, and some people believed and some people didn't, and he was off to a slow start, and the heat that I took on this channel, that I thought that he was going to be this good. I thought he had the potential to be a great player, but he is exceeding those expectations. He's been really fantastic. It's been hard not enjoying the way that he plays. The team seems to live and die by him, and that's because he's a superstar player. He's one of the best. He's seriously in the mix right now for the MVP. Not one, but 2 home runs. Guy's got 25 bombs. He's over 70 in runs batted in, and he is a terror on the bases. He's great in the outfield. You know, some things he could do better. I heard Craig Counsell talking about him walking against a pitcher that doesn't walk a lot. I agree with Craig. I've said that before. That's the biggest weakness he has in his game right now. He gets better at drawing walks. He'll turn those into doubles or triples anyway, and he's going to make it abundantly apparent to the pitcher that they should have thrown him pitches, and then he can be aggressive there. I still love watching him play, and the Cubs live and die by Pete Crow-Armstrong, and it was great to see him get back on track. And you knew it. I said it yesterday. Like you knew that they were going to have a bounce back game. The Twins played a great series. They pitched well. I'm not taking anything away from them, but at the same time, you know, it's like you have those games. And you're like, you know, whoever's making great pitches, blah, 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 you know, and you're like, okay, we're struggling. Those teams break out, and the Cubs broke out in a major way. So it was good to see. Scored a lot of runs. A lot of people got hits. Marquis made a big deal about Pete Crow-Armstrong not wearing sleeves. You know, whatever it takes, man. I won't wear sleeves if it means we're going to win. I'll put these guns out right here. If that's what it takes, I'll do it too. Right? Who needs sleeves? Anyway, bring on the Yankees. This is a rematch of the 1932 World Series. You guys remember Babe Ruth's called shot. What was that? Game 3 at Wrigley Field. When Wrigley Field celebrated its 100th anniversary in 2014, they did a Babe Ruth called shot bobblehead doll. I don't think Babe Ruth really called his shot. I think that it looked like he called his shot. I think maybe he was talking some smack. I saw an interview with the Babe, and he was like, hey, if they think I called my shot, I called my shot, you know? But I love the Babe Ruth story. I love the Yankees versus the Cubs. This is what I wanted interleague play to be. They've turned it into basically, you know, just no leagues at all. But when they were like pitching this in the first place, I thought, man, it would be cool to see the Cubs and the Sox and the Cubs and the Yankees play. So that's what you got. I'm sure those tickets in the Bronx are going to be expensive. Who's going to start for the Cubs? When I'm making this video, I don't know yet, but I'm throwing up a Jordan Wicks. Let's let him get in there. Maybe do like an opener, and let's see a lot of Wicks in this game. I think he's ready to jump in this rotation. But Cubs and Yankees over the weekend and the All-Star break. Gotta love it, everybody. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I am happy. Anytime the Cubs win and Pete Crow-Armstrong does his thing, I'm looking for trades. I think the Cubs are going to make one. It could be sooner than later. You guys tell me in the comments section. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, do all the things that we ask you to do on a daily basis, and know that we appreciate you being here so much. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for helping us get to 10,000 subscribers. Started this channel, didn't know if anybody was going to watch it. You guys watch on a regular basis. And it gives someone like me that's covered the Cubs for 20 years, seen this business where, you know, sometimes you turn around and you're going, man, this guy's talking about this Cubs team and no clue, you know, like, hey, it's what I do, but it's hanging out with you guys, talking about it, discussing in the comments section, building this community that makes this great. So let's get to 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. And let's get another win against the Yankees. Let's sweep the Yankees. Wouldn't that be just amazing? It'd be sweet. All right. Talk to you again tomorrow unless something breaks.